thinking about moving to Venice Beach, California, but not quite sure if it's the neighborhood for you. Well, today in this video, I'm going to tour Venice Beach, kind of show you what it's all about, the shops, the restaurants, the bars, the neighborhoods, the community, and kind of find out why niche.com voted it the 10th best place. Also, I'll take you to Abbot, Kinney, Blvd. GQ magazine voted that the coolest street in the country. I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke, a realtor here in LA County. If you're looking to make a move in the next 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, write me an email. I'm always happy to help. Hope to hear from you. All right, let's get to this video. Venice Beach has a population of about 35,000 people, located obviously by the water, right by Santa Monica, Marina del Rey. It's a kind of a crazy story, is Venice. 1990s, if you were watching a hit show, Cops, bad boys, what you gonna do? You would see Venice Beach on Cops all the time. People running down the street being chased by the cops. Now, 30 years later, it's one of the most expensive places in the country. And yes, there's other parts of LA County that are expensive. Beverly Hills, Brentwood, Bel Air, Santa Monica even. The thing about Venice Beach though, which is different, there's a massive divide in wealth. If you go to Beverly Hills, Brentwood, Westwood, everyone is kind of in the higher echelons of wealth. In Venice Beach, there is not one neighborhood in LA County which is more divided. It really is the haves and the have-nots. Homelessness, well, Venice Beach and downtown LA, for me, probably has the worst homelessness in LA County. But then on the other hand, Venice Beach has some of the most expensive homes in the land, $5, $6, $7 million. There's a huge amount of renters in Venice Beach. But on the other hand, there are also some beautiful neighborhoods, which I'll be showing you again today. I'll be showing you Abbot Kinney with all the boutiques, the coffee shops. It's a real trendy vibe. I really love it down there. And then you've got the boardwalk right here. You've got Muscle Beach. It's a touristy destination, obviously. You know, you've got the world-class beaches. But why is Venice Beach so popular now? What made the change from the 1990s? Well, let's go find out. There is such a different vibe between Santa Monica and Venice. Venice is a lot more bohemian vibe. You would say poets, writers, artists, street performers. Yes, Venice Beach has decent schools. Are they as good as Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Culver City, Westwood, the neighboring towns? No, but they're still good. But it's just because I think if you ask the majority of people, Venice Beach isn't necessarily as much of a family neighborhood as the other places I just mentioned. Yes, families live here. Yes, there's family homes, which we'll get to go and see later. But I think if you're living somewhere else right now and you're looking to move to a family destination, Venice Beach, I don't think will be top of your list. There's definitely better neighborhoods within a 5 to 10 mile radius that I would choose from, and you can find those on my channel. But on the other hand, if you're in your 20s or 30s and you want to move to an area that has some, you know, some oomph about it, always busy, always something to do, always lively, Venice Beach is hard to beat, to be honest. There's all types of people from all across the world. And if you like the outdoors, obviously you've got the bike trail, you've got the ocean, you've got the running, you've got skateboarding, you've got everything. There's a real healthy vibe here as well. A lot of tourists come to Venice each year, so if you don't like it, living in a neighborhood with tourism, Venice Beach is probably not for you. Parking is a nightmare, which is generally the case for Los Angeles. Obviously some areas, maybe Culver City, awesome for parking. Venice can be a nightmare. It took me about 20 minutes to find a spot just getting here today. And it's one big grumble from the neighbors, that's for sure. All right, let's head to the famous Abbot Kinney Boulevard, and then we'll head to some neighborhoods to see some homes and condos and see what you can get for your money. If If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on neighborhoods in LA County. So if you want to be kept up to date or you're looking to move here, subscribe. That way you get to see the videos. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Like I said, I'm always happy to help. Here we are on Abbot Kinney, and I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the difference in wealth in Venice is probably the most in any area of LA County. So we've just gone from the beach and the shops there where it's pretty much everyone. Now on Abbot Kinney, it's the real hoity-toity, expensive shops, coffee and a sandwich, you're looking at $20. So it's really, really different on Abbot Kinney. And to be fair, I do love it. Very trendy, good people. I feel safe on Abbot Kinney. I know in Venice there's a lot of crime, but Abbot Kinney just feels different. It doesn't feel like Venice Beach or what we know Venice Beach to be. It's a very, very different vibe. Restaurants to suit everyone, like I said, coffee shops, yoga. As you can see, parking and traffic, bit of a nightmare. But if you can park, you're set for the evening. I wouldn't bring 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds here. They'll probably get bored pretty quick. If you've got friends visiting from out of town and they want to go and see some cool spots and some boutiques and all that good stuff, Abbot Kinney's the place to come, that's for sure. Okay, so that was Abbot Kinney Boulevard. There's also other cool spots to hang out. Rose Ave, Washington Boulevard, obviously the boardwalk as well. So yeah, we're just off Abbot Kinney now, and there's a lot of cute neighborhoods where you can own houses. Look at that cute one there. Oh, I think I need to put my sunglasses on. 1 second. But yeah, look at this beautiful home right here. Very modern. So there is a lot of work going on in Venice right now. There is a lot of older homes and a lot of money coming in. So brace yourself. The average price of a home in Venice Beach, California, $2.5 million. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in LA County, actually in the whole of America. It's gone up about 400% the last 20 years. Remember, like I said, Venice Beach used to be on cops in the 90s. Now it's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the country. If house prices keep going up at the same rate, in 20 years time, the average home will be $8 million. So I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, a 3-bed, 2-bath in Venice Beach, on average, is going to cost you about $2.5 million, which is why there's a huge amount of renters in Venice Beach. You can get condos, 2-bedroom condos between $1 million and $1.4 million. You can rent 2 bedrooms for about $3,000 a month. But if you're looking to rent a 3-bedroom house in Venice Beach, you better have $6,000, $7,000 a month to spend. It is not cheap. Parking, well, parking's not bad here, but generally parking is pretty bad in these neighborhoods, especially when it's street cleaning. I used to work down here a lot, and when there's street cleaning, it's an absolute nightmare. A lot of the homes are behind big fences. I don't know if that's just because of the crime here. As you can see here, the crime is pretty high, especially for the price of the neighborhood. Usually, the higher the price of the neighborhood, the lower the crime rate. That is not the case in Venice, because like I said, there's definitely the haves and the have-nots. So yeah, if you are looking to move to Venice, I really think it's people in their 20s, 30s, people that don't necessarily have families. I don't really see it as a family community. Like I said, the schools are good, but I don't see it as a family community. All types of homes, super modern, super old. In terms of the people who live here, there's people who've lived up and grown up in Venice all their life. There's a good community spirit in Venice just because a lot of people have been here forever. If you want to live on the water, there's the Venice Canals. People think they're Italian, but they're actually Dutch. They're based on a Dutch architecture. The average home on the canals is about $3 million. You can get ones for about 1.5. You can get ones for about 5 million, but they generally run about 3 million. The canals are beautiful. You can walk around the canals, and it's really quite tranquil and peaceful. I'd highly recommend it. Even if you're just visiting Venice, I would go and take a look at the canals for sure. So I really love the vibe of Venice Beach, but do be warned, it's got that city feel. It's a little dirty, it's a little grubby, it's a little edgy. You're not quite sure if the person walking down the street is homeless or a multi-millionaire. So if you're looking for a clean neighborhood, one where maybe everyone has smiles and says good morning to you, I don't think Venice is for you. It's a little tougher. It's a little tougher vibe than, say, Culver City, West Hollywood, Santa Monica, where people are a little bit friendlier. Okay, so we're about a 5-minute drive from Abbot, Kinney right now, in a more of a residential neighborhood, as you can see. Homes, two-story homes, two-story homes. There's a home just down here. It's on the market right now, 3.5 million, 4-bed, 6-bath. So we'll take a look. I'll show you what it's like from the outside. But as you can see, these homes aren't the biggest. The neighborhood's not necessarily the nicest, but they're going for over $2.5 million on average. So you've really got to want to live in Venice Beach to be forking out this cash, to be honest, because if you ask me, there's nicer areas in LA County to live. So this is the home right here, nice and modern. I'll put it up on the screen for you to take a look. I think it's 3,600 square foot, 3.5 mil. So you're looking at 1,000 a square foot. But I love homes like that. I don't know about you. Do you prefer the older vibe? A lot of people hate the modern vibe homes right now. They think the character's being sucked out of them, but I don't know, I like the straight lines and the squares, something about it. As you can see over the road, slightly older homes. A lot of people will say they love those homes more. What do you prefer? Do you prefer that home, or do you prefer the one we just looked at? So a lot of homes are like this. The streets are narrower. They're not as well looked after. They're not as pretty, the streets. You know, the trees and the curb appeal's not as good as in other neighborhoods. So, like I said, I think you really have to want to live in Venice if you're forking out on average $2.5 million, when you could go to Culver City and spend $1.5 million for a comparable home. I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke, a realtor here in LA County. If you are looking to watch more videos, check out the one on Santa Monica at the end of this video. Go see what it's like compared to Venice. I'll see you at the next video.